I grew up near a small, quiet town called Haringbrook, the kind of place where people shut their doors early and pretend nothing strange ever happens. But everyone knew about the river, the one that cut through the woods like a dark vein. And everyone knew the story of the bride who drowned there on her wedding night. I never believed it. Not until last year. I had come back home for a short break, trying to get my mind straight after a rough few months. My mom kept warning me not to go near the river, especially at night. That alone made me want to see it again. One evening, when everyone was asleep, I took a flashlight and headed toward the woods. The path was muddy from the rain, and every step made a wet, sticky sound. Cold droplets fell from the branches overhead, sliding down the back of my neck. The closer I got to the river, the heavier the air felt, thick, still, like the night was holding its breath. Even the trees felt different, leaning in a little too close, as if they were trying to keep me from going any farther. When I reached the bank, fog drifted across the water, curling around the roots and stones. I turned off my flashlight for a moment and listened. Nothing, no wind, no insects, just silence. A cold pressure settled on me. Something was wrong. I turned to leave, then I heard it, a soft splash. Like someone stepping into the water, I whipped around. "Hello? Who's out there?" No reply, just another splash. Closer this time, like slow footsteps moving toward the bank. I raised my flashlight, the beam shaking in my hand. That's when I saw her, a woman standing waist deep in the river. A wedding dress clung to her body, soaked and sagging. Her veil floated on the surface like a pale sheet. Her back was turned, but she was drifting toward me. "Mom, do you need help?" I called, though my voice barely came out. She stopped. The water went still around her. Slowly, painfully slow, she turned her head. Her skin was gray and swollen, like she'd been underwater too long. Her eyes were wide, empty, staring straight through me. Her blue lips trembled before she whispered something, a soft, broken sound. "Ooh, wait." For me, my whole body locked. The cold hit me so hard it stole my breath. I stumbled backward, slipped in the mud, and hit the ground. The flashlight rolled out of my hand, spinning until the beam pointed back at the river. She was gone. The water was calm, the fog untouched. As if she'd never been there at all. I grabbed the flashlight and ran. Branches scraped my arms, mud clung to my clothes, but I didn't stop until I reached my house. I slammed the door, locked it, and stayed awake until dawn. But that wasn't the end. 3 nights later, just as I was drifting off to sleep, I heard it. Drip, drip, drip. Slow drops hitting the porch outside my window. My chest tightened. I forced myself to look. Bare, wet footprints covered the wooden boards, small, like a woman's feet. They started at the bottom of the steps and stopped right beneath my window, like someone had been standing there, waiting for me to notice. Something white fluttered on the railing, a torn piece of lace, a veil. I yanked the curtain shut and backed away, shaking. By morning, the footprints were gone. The lace was gone too. But the wood was still damp, even though the sun had been out for hours. I told my mom. She looked horrified and told me the quiet version of the story. How the bride drowned searching for her husband. How people sometimes saw her wandering the river, begging someone to wait for her so she wouldn't be alone in the dark water. That same word she whispered to me. Wait. I moved back to the city soon after. I don't visit Haringbrook anymore. I don't go near rivers at night. And I make sure my windows stay locked. But sometimes when it rains, when the night gets too quiet, I hear soft dripping outside my apartment door. And once, just a month ago, as I lay completely still pretending to be asleep, I heard a voice through the crack under the door, that same weak, broken whisper, "Ooh, wait." For me,